Ambassador Sarah Chen stood before the imposing semicircle of alien dignitaries, their varied forms casting strange shadows in the crystalline chamber of the Galactic Council. The Zephyrians' translucent blue skin pulsed with barely contained arrogance, while the insectoid Cathara clicked their mandibles in what she had learned was their equivalent of dismissive laughter. The towering Gorvani representatives loomed like ancient trees, their bark-like skin creaking as they shifted, impatiently. Human. The Zephyrian Chancellor's voice resonated through the translation matrix, each word dripping with condescension. Your species seeks membership in our council, yet you come from a primitive world, barely 3 centuries into space travel. What could such a young race possibly offer to civilizations that have spanned the galaxy for millennia? Sarah maintained her composure, though her heart hammered against her ribs. This was the moment Earth's diplomatic corps had prepared for over 5 years, the final test before humanity could join the galaxy's governing body. Before we consider your application, continued the Cathara hive speaker, her compound eyes glittering like black diamonds, you must demonstrate transparency. We require a complete analysis of your species' greatest weaknesses. Every council member has undergone this trial. Show us where humanity is most vulnerable, most fragile, most breakable. The chamber fell silent, except for the soft hum of the translation devices. Sarah had expected this. The Council's obsession with cataloging potential threats was legendary. They believed that knowing each member's weaknesses would prevent future conflicts, ensure stability. Very well, Sarah said, her voice steady. I will provide you with humanity's greatest weaknesses. She gestured to her aide, who activated a holographic display. But I must warn you, the information is extensive. The first image materialized. A leather-bound tome, its pages yellow with age. These are our history books, Sarah announced. Within them, you will find every weakness, every failure, every moment of human fragility documented in excruciating detail. The council members exchanged glances, or their species equivalent. This was not what they had expected. The display shifted to show ancient battles, armies clashing across muddy fields. We are violent, Sarah continued matter-of-factly. For thousands of years, we have warred against ourselves over territory, resources, ideologies, and sometimes mere perceived slights. We have perfected the art of killing our own kind. A Gorvani elder's deep voice rumbled through the chamber. This is hardly unique. Many species have aggressive phases. But you misunderstand, Sarah replied, advancing to the next image, a photograph of a WWI battlefield, bodies stretching to the horizon. We didn't stop. Even as we developed technology that could feed every person on our planet, we used it to create weapons of unprecedented destruction. We poisoned our own air, water, and soil in pursuit of industrial progress. The display showed nuclear mushroom clouds, oil spills, deforestation. Several council members shifted uncomfortably. We are tribalistic, Sarah continued, her tone becoming almost conversational. We divide ourselves by skin color, place of birth, religious beliefs, economic status, and 1,000 other arbitrary categories. We've committed genocide against our own species multiple times, often while claiming moral superiority. Images of concentration camps, slave ships, and ethnic cleansing flashed across the display. The Cathara's mandibles stopped clicking. We are greedy, Sarah went on relentlessly. We have individuals who hoard enough resources to feed entire nations while others starve. We created economic systems that reward exploitation and punish compassion. We are ignorant. Despite having access to vast repositories of knowledge, we choose to believe comfortable lies over difficult truths. We've delayed action on existential threats because they were inconvenient to acknowledge. We are petty. We wage wars over lines drawn on maps by dead people. We let children suffer because they were born on the wrong side of arbitrary borders. The chamber was dead silent now. The holographic display showed humanity's litany of failures: environmental destruction, social inequality, scientific ignorance, political corruption, religious extremism. Chancellor Nerex's blue skin had paled to nearly white. Why are you telling us this? You seek to join our council, yet you present your species as monsters. Sarah smiled for the first time during her presentation. Because you asked for our weaknesses and I wanted to be thorough. But here's what you need to understand about these weaknesses. She gestured to the display. We documented them. We studied them. We argued about them. We felt shame about them. The images began to change. The same history books now showed different pages. Abolitionists fighting slavery. Scientists warning about climate change. Activists demanding equality. Soldiers liberating concentration camps. Every atrocity I showed you was opposed by other humans. Every failure was documented by humans who demanded we do better. Every weakness became a source of strength when we acknowledged it. The display now showed humanity's achievements. The eradication of diseases, the establishment of international law, the gradual expansion of rights and freedoms, the development of renewable energy, the protection of endangered species. You see, the other species in this council evolved past their violent phases, Sarah said, her voice growing stronger. They became peaceful, stable, rational. But humans? We kept our violence, our greed, our tribalism, and we chose to fight against them anyway. Every single day, billions of humans wake up and choose to be better than their nature demands. She gestured to the final image. Earth as seen from space, a blue marble floating in the cosmic dark. We are the species that looks at our own capacity for evil and chooses good anyway. We are the species that documents its own failures so future generations can avoid them. We are the species that argues with itself about how to improve. Sarah took a step forward. You want to know humanity's greatest weakness? It's that we never stop fighting ourselves to become worthy of the universe we're exploring. And if you consider that a weakness, then perhaps you need to examine your own history books more carefully. The council chamber remained silent for a long moment. Then slowly, the Zephyrian Chancellor's skin began to pulse with what Sarah had learned was their expression of deep contemplation. Human Chen, he said finally, your application is approved. As Sarah left the chamber, she smiled, thinking of all the history books yet to be written.